Hi there. I don't know who's here. uh, oh no, 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 no. Nice to see you. I'm happy to see you. Hi, Melissa. Nice to say hi. It's good to know who's here. I'm back on my computer this time. When I looked at the live I did on my phone, it seemed to have a funny roaring sound in the background. So I thought I'll come back to this one because I'm not going to be moving a lot. And I think that's what caused the pixelation before, was when I move rapidly around the room. And today I'm just going to be sitting here and working on my ripple stitch blanket. And I just thought while I'm working on it, it's got these 4 colors that just repeat. It's made with burlap blanket yarn. Hi Vicki. Hi Melissa. Hi Brooke. Thank you so much. And we have a very exciting thing happening in the house. We got a new modem yesterday. I signed up for a different high-speed internet provider because we don't have high speed. It's a joke. So my daughter's here and we needed to run 2. She has to do a lot of online work as well. And I investigated some options and hopefully this one is going to work. We're not going to hook up to it until the weekend so it doesn't actually interrupt our work. Hi, Melissa. I've got Melissa, Brooke, and Vicki, and a few more that haven't said hi. So yeah, I'm just working on this. And these are just crochet and chat lives. I'm not going to be teaching anything or showing how to do things. I'm just sharing my crochet and you can be working on your crochet at the same time. We just kind of talk about what our projects are and what any goals we have or just anything that's going on. So I guess one of the latest things I can share is that I have made this skirt, which some of you might have seen in my short. And the idea was to maybe make some flowers. Oh, this is the front with a little tie. So I made some flowers. I made some blue ones. Today I'm going to do the video on how to make these flowers. As soon as I finish this live and have some lunch, I'm going to make a video on how to make these flowers. So yeah, they've just got different colored centers. And I think I'm just going to stick with the yellow and the blue at the moment. And the plan is, this is the theoretical plan, is I'm going to go sort of down low with one and then up high with the next one, just a little bit off and then down low. It's funny because I'm doing it backwards here, there. And then maybe have some green over stitched vines and make some little green leaves and kind of have it all around the bottom, kind of looping up and down. So that's my big project that I'm working on, plus trying to find out where I wrote the pattern down for the skirt. That's always a challenge. And because I made it just before Christmas and now I'm only getting around to finishing it. Thank you. Hi, Mary Beth. Woohoo, you're here. This is great. Did you find me posting a little notification that I'm actually going to be live was helpful? Because that's I think the first time I've ever done it. Normally I just go live and poor people are left. They don't know that it's happening and then they have to watch later. So yeah, nice to see you. Oh, that's good. So I'm going to remember to do that. And the reason I'm doing it right now is because my daughter is off the computer, so we're not fighting for internet bandwidth. I'm on an island, so I have really, really slow internet. And that's one of the reasons I think we get this pixelation happening in my lives. She's tried to share screens in Zoom conversations, and it's not coming up. So I phoned around and I found this other company and they say they can do it faster. I don't know on our island whether it's actually really physically capable of doing it faster. The only other option I have after that is to go to Starlink, which is quite expensive to do. So hopefully this one's going to work. And it won't be taking me 5 hours to upload a 15-minute video. which is what it takes right now for my videos. So I am doing a ripple stitch blanket. I'm working on this. I would like to get the pattern out. And I also have a ripple stitch baby blanket that I've done that I haven't ever posted a pattern. So once I've written out the ripple stitch pattern in writing, I will be able to kind of use that for any ripple stitch. I've got a ripple stitch cushion that I've never shared the pattern for. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And get this blanket done. I recently finished my granny square blanket, which is exciting. I think that's downstairs. I can't show that, but I did do a nice short about it. So what are you working on anything at the moment? I know sometimes people on here have been working on baby blankets and different things. Hi, got somebody new just joined. Say hello. We're building a community of people who like to just sit and crochet and have a conversation together. It's like I live on my own. Well, I did until my daughter just came, but it's nice to have a community of like-minded people. You're working on a poncho. Oh, that's nice. How old is your son? Oh, you're making cornflake bars, so you're busy baking. Well, I guess it could be, anything. Create and Chat. We should call it Create and Chat. 16. Oh, that's cool. What pattern are you using? Is it like a granny square one, or is it just a solid color? Watch what I'm doing. Granny. Yes, do that. Go onto the Caraway Crochet group on Facebook and post a picture. That would be so great to see. That's exciting that your son wants a nice poncho. That's great. I've been thinking of doing one. I have a couple of ponchos patterns that I've done. 1, 2. And I was thinking I'd like to do one with granny squares. The one that's like where you can wear it sideways or around the front. So it feels good to get back to my YouTube. I had a bit of a break from my YouTube because of finishing my house, trying to get it up to specs for the final inspection. And then we had my daughter move up. Just lots of stuff to fix around the house and finish, not fix, finish. So now I just met with a guy yesterday to get a whole 9 yards of soil delivered so I can fix my garden, because I don't have a garden. It's like a building site outside. So that's exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, and then 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll be good because I want to put some plants out there and make it look like a human being lives here. And when we built the retaining wall and the stairs, some of the roots of the trees were exposed, so I want to bury them again so they're happy trees. And this morning I've been working on posting things on my Facebook page. I'm trying to give some love to my first Facebook page, not the group, the page. because I realized that I should be doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm uploading a lot of my YouTube videos to my Facebook page. So if you don't follow my Facebook page, maybe go to Caraway Crochet the pages and follow. I'm trying to get up to 5 followers. 650 or something right now. How many of you have any of you made a ripple stitch blanket or a ripple stitch project? Ever? I did my first ripple stitch blanket years ago. It was a baby blanket, and I did my cushion then, and then I never did anymore. It's quite, I like it. It's a very gentle, wavy blanket. I kind of like it. I know those to-do lists keep getting longer and longer, don't they? Yeah, I just sat down and did some planning on how I'm going to share on my Facebook page. 2, 3, 4. It's a lot. If you're sharing to a lot of different places, you don't want to be duplicating. Like, I don't want to put the same video twice on my Facebook page or whatever. Yeah, well, my cushion is kind of when I get it done will be a good pattern for starting with a ripple stitch because it's not such a huge project, right? Although it's all with worsted weight yarn, so it does take longer. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can't believe it's nearly the end of April. Can't believe it. Next month, the market starts on our island, but I won't be here. I'm going to be house sitting when it opens. I won't be going to the market until June. June! How could it be June? Yeah, so I got to be getting some plants, and I have to choose plants that are deer friendly because we have a lot of deer on the island, and the fallow deer eat everything. There are a few plants that are deer resistant. They don't say they're deer proof, right? So I'm going to get those, but I don't really want to make a fence and fence it all in. So let's see. Just getting myself some yarn here. Oh, I have to watch what I'm doing here because it's really easy to get distracted when I'm trying to read the comments. Oh, thank you, Angel. So nice to be here. See you. Welcome. Yeah, this is just kind of a place where people come together and work on their crochet while we have a little chit chat. I usually show more things, but today I'm really on a mission to finish this blanket. 2, 3. So I shall be just crocheting and chatting and responding to the comments. And if anybody has anything that they want to share, it's great. So if you've got anything to work on, because I'm not kind of going to be entertaining people, it's going to be pretty much just working on my project and trying to not make any mistakes because I'm not really focused. Because every 4 stitches you need to either uh, double crochet 2 together or 2 double crochet into a space. That's what causes the ripples, right? I did just share, I will be sharing a short soon on YouTube. I did post one on my Instagram just before I started, which was why I was a little bit late getting going. Sharing my new video. So my newest video is this hand towel, and it's just made with single crochet alternating with a back loop only single crochet. So I've made it with cotton, and it's about 14 by 20, and I really like the texture of it. So I did do a video for this. I just uploaded it, and I did also and the pattern is free on my blog, and it's also on Ravelry if you want it. But I also shared the cloth, because before I made the hand towel, I actually made the cloth, the washcloth. And that is in the video. But I mean, if you can follow the hand towel, there's a free pattern on my blog that shows you how many to start with on your chain. So it's kind of a nice texture to it. I think this is the right way. So it's just a single crochet and then a back loop only single crochet, a single crochet and a back loop only single crochet. You watch my short videos, that's fun. Oh, excellent, Melissa. That's cool. Yeah. So and right now I have a sedge stitch washcloth, dishcloth, that is actually a free pattern download. It started yesterday, but I always leave the coupon code up for 2 days. So if you go to, if you're on my crochet group, I shared it there. It's also on my Facebook Caraway Crochet page. And if you go to those, the link to the blog post with the sedge stitch crochet washcloth, right at the very bottom, there's a April Fool's freebies. And if you click on that, it tells you what the coupon code is on the post and everything. And you can actually download the pattern for the sedge stitch washcloth. I do have a sedge stitch tutorial on how to do the sedge stitch, but I don't have a tutorial on how to make the sedge stitch washcloth. I don't think I do anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm trying to share more and more on my Facebook. But today I want to do a tutorial for these little flowers. I think they would be really useful to put onto my YouTube, and really helpful for people. And I got totally sidetracked. Simple sweater. It's sitting there waiting. It's practically done. I should get that done, but I get sidetracked into other projects and get off track. Which doesn't help anybody who's waiting for the sweater, but there you go. Just gonna know it's gonna be a long one to upload. Hopefully when I get my new modem set up, it'll be faster. Yeah, I love the colors in this blanket. I made a big order. I do have just a simple crochet washcloth pattern, which just uses a single crochet with not the alternating. Um, Way back in the day when I was making my how to crochet video tutorials. So we've got so complicated. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2 into 1. Not 2 into And then I'm thinking I should really be uploading my left-handed one onto my Facebook page as well. Yes, aren't they pretty, Megan? It's the gold. This one is called a red rust, I think. This is birch. It's kind of an off-white. And then this one is called vapor gray. They do have a soft gray as well, which I'm using in another blanket that I've started, which is here. And this is a little bit different. You can just see they're slightly different colors. So this is just another blanket that I've started. This is going to be a baby blanket. And I'm just doing some half double crochet rows and then back loop only half double crochet rows to make that kind of line, definition line that you can see here. So that one's not far from being done. And then another one that I made was this little security blanket, almost like a lovey. And this is made with Burdette blanket yarn. I think it was beach something. And this pattern is actually up on my blog now. I just shared it. I think I made it live. I will have to check. I'm uploading a lot of new patterns. I got a pet blanket, pet mat blanket up. I think I uploaded this one. I'm not sure. If it's not uploaded, it'll be uploaded soon. It's just called an easy security baby blanket. Baby security blanket. Yeah. I got into blankets. I used to make blankets. I was always making garments. I don't understand what happened. Maybe it's this yarn. I think it's this yarn that did it for me. I just kind of like the softness of this yarn. And you don't have to make millions of sizes. I think that's the thing about garments. You have to do extra small up to 5X, and it's a lot of math. Yeah, so. I think I've gone wrong. That's what happens. This is a 6 weight. Oh, bye, Melissa. Thank you for being here. Take care. This isn't going to be a long one. This is a 6 weight, but I think I've made a mistake. This is what happens when you're talking and crocheting, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. I don't know. Thank you, Vicky. Oh, that's so great. That's so great. I think we all surprise ourselves when we actually just do it. Um, Oh, thank you, Viola. Um, I have a little song that I wrote. I did I wrote a children's musical. I never had it produced anywhere, but it was called The Magic Pedal Show, and one of the songs was in it was just think of something to do and do it. There's really nothing to it. Don't you know we make our own reality? Imagine you, imagine me, we make our own reality because it's what we do that makes our life the way it is. So, yeah, just think of something. And if you want to crochet, then say, I'm going to do it, right? 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. Okay, that's where I made my mistake right back at the beginning. I have to pull it out. So it happens. Hi there. Thank you for tuning in. I am just using, this is a ripple stitch. I did it wrong because it's really important to count when you're doing it and not be talking to people on the internet. But anyway, this is also a reality of crocheting, right? And it's probably pixelating because I'm doing it really fast. Maybe you can let me know what kind of quality this picture is showing up for you because I never really know. I'm doing it behind here, so it won't be pixelating. It's a ripple stitch. So with a ripple stitch, you kind of work 4 stitches and then do 2 together, and then like 2 decreases, and then 4 stitches, and then 2 increases, and then 4 stitches, 2 decreases. And I right back at the counted correctly. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I did 3 decreases. Yeah. Yes, so being positive with yourself is a good thing to do. Be kind to yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I think sometimes, yeah, I'm making a blanket. It's a ripple stitch blanket. And I think I'm maybe halfway through, maybe more than that. So it's got this rusty color, birch color, gold, and a sea. It's called misty green, and then this vapor gray. Oh, lovely! You now have your own hat. Exactly. It's great. It's like it didn't exist. You got your hook and your yarn, and now you have a hat. I love it. I used to grade ones, kindergartens, and we used to write songs together. And one little boy said, just think when we're singing the song, after we sang the song, he says, just think this song didn't exist before. It wasn't a song. And now we have a new song. And that's what happens when you're a creator. You're making something that wasn't there before. It's kind of magical, actually. I'm so glad you like that tutorial. Thank you, Mateo. Hi, Cindy. So we got lots of people here. We're up to 9. Wow, that's pretty good for me. So 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to go 4 up. I will probably do a tutorial for this blanket, but it will just be like a small sample, not the whole blanket, just showing you the stages that you go through to create this blanket for yourself. Just like a swatch size one. I've seen a lot of people who do blanket tutorials. That's what they'll do. And give you instructions on how you can make it to the size that you want it to be. I know, you can just fix it. You just pull it back like I just did, right? And it doesn't bother me because I love to just crochet to fill up my time anyway. It's not like I'm rushing to get at a certain time, right? We don't need to do that to ourselves. So, And the other thing I like is that you can make something, and if you never wear it or you never use it, you can pull it out and make something else. Like your yarn isn't wasted, right? So that's kind of neat, Vicky. Thank you. So, Mateo, what are you going to make next now that you've got yourself a hat? Got to think of the next project, right? Yeah. I have got so many projects started that I need to finish. I have a hoodie that um, I was meant to have done by now. You're working on a wheelchair wheel covers. Oh, it's interesting. Where did you find that idea or the pattern for that? That's cool. That's something I hadn't thought of. That's the thing, right? There's so many things that you just don't know about. One, two, three, four. I've seen steering wheel covers, um, crochet covers. I actually just put one of those into a roundup that's on my website. Quick and easy 30 quick and easy crochet patterns. Um, I think I'm going to put together a video too, sharing the 30 Mother's Day pattern ideas, pattern ideas. Um, that's another thing that I've got on my to-do list. One, two, three, four. Here we go. Hopefully this is going to work out. That's got a steering wheel cover that's used like a granny square idea. Looks really nice. Thank you, Angel. Okay, hopefully I'm on track for this to work out at the end. That's great. You guys get to know one another on here as well. We get to recognize one another. Mary Beth is usually here, and there's another Beth that's often here, and Gerlinda is often here. But I'm doing a little bit earlier than I normally do. So people might be at work or. And I know the ideal thing is if I have a consistent time every week that I would do my live, but I can't do that. Oh, that's cool. I love it. Thanks, Angel. Spreading the word. Yeah, so I've got another couple of patterns that need writing up that are for babies. Baby security blanket that made with a granny square and a baby bonding squares that are for a preemie roundup that's coming out in the summer. They're all made. They're here. They're sitting here made, but I haven't written the patterns up for them. This is the blanket. Isn't it pretty colors? This is made with a lightweight yarn, and it starts in the middle with that peach color, and then it just goes out white, pink, white, peach, until it got to the right size for the security blanket. I think like 20, something like that. And then these are the bonding squares that I made. And this is with that peach 3 lightweight baby yarn. And bonding squares are where you put one with the mom and one with the baby, so the smells get on them, and then you swap them over, and the one from the baby goes with the mom, and the one from the mom goes with the baby, and they get bonded with the smell. And when they meet up, they're bonded. So that's kind of a neat idea. So I made these. These are just little granny square bonding squares with a nice little single crochet edging on them. So those are waiting. Oh, and here's the square I use for my granny square blanket. And I made a YouTube tutorial showing you how to make a granny square with this burlap blanket yarn. That is already posted on my YouTube channel. So that's kind of what I've been up to. No, I've never tried clover hooks. I just used regular hooks. I'm not a fussy person. I use this one. I don't even know who it's by. It's just a 10 millimeter hook. And my favorite kind of hooks are just these. Uh, this one, I just use a regular hooks. See, that one doesn't even have a name on it. I am not particular about. I don't use ergodynamic or ergot, whatever they are. I'm really blessed. Touch wood. I have no issues with pain from crocheting. Um, so no, I've never felt a need to try anything because I swap in and out. Like really, these are all, even for the little ones. This one is Prime. I've heard of Prime. So I am not a hook snob. I just grab a hook and go. So yeah, some people are, it's really important what they use, and that's okay too, right? But I've never got into like furl hooks or anything like that. I'm just kind of, as long as it's the right size, that's all I need. And I must admit, sometimes I'm surprised when people ask me if they can use a different size hook on my pattern and will it make a difference? And I just say, yes, it'll be a different size. You'll have to, I don't know, really and the right thickness of yarn for your pattern to work out the same as the one that I've made. But if it's a 4, you can substitute any 4. If it's a 6 weight, you can substitute any 6 weight. If it's a 6 weight, you can double up with the 4 weights, right? And it makes you can just use 2 strands at a time and it makes it heavier. Thank you, Vicky. Okay, let's see how this is going to go. 1, yay, this is going to be right. Oh, you are a hook snob? You have arthritis in your wrists from the being 20. Oh, well, I actually use Susan Bates hooks, but I don't. I think I use them. I think some of them are Susan Bates. I can't. I just thank my lucky stars. Yeah, no, this is a boy hook. Yeah, so I think I use anything, but I'm blessed, right? I broke my wrist. This wrist, my right wrist, nearly 2 years ago now. And one of the things that the doctor said, the surgeon, that he would recommend people crochet to bring back movement for your after a wrist is broken, because I got my movement back really. Look, this is, I'm pretty lucky. I can do everything. So, but I'm left-handed. I do have arthritis in my knees. I think I have arthritis actually in my thumb, he said, from the x-rays. But I'm lucky that I have more issues sitting with my back than when I'm crocheting. And also, my crocheting injury was in my shoulder. Uh, I got tingling in my hands because of sitting like this and crocheting, and the muscles tightening up. And I had to do like different stretching exercises to open up my nerves of my shoulder. So yeah, my my crochet, and that happened when I made like a lot of those pink cat hats, and I had orders coming out of the yin yang for those that I was crocheting these hats day after day, like all day, long days, and that's when I got that tingling in my hand or arm. And I had to do the other thing is leaning in a door. Put your hands on the door, sides of the door, and push yourself in, and that opens up your nerves as well. Oh, you're in Florida. You'll be nice and hot and sunny there, I guess. Hey, we have a bit of a gray day today. We get a lot of rain, but we haven't had a lot lately. But it is a gray kind of not so sunny day today. I'm on the west coast of BC. That's a good idea, Vicky. Yeah, back and shoulders. So I try and do yoga, but I'm getting older too, so part of it is I'm older. Uh, I feel like I'm hunched over like a little old lady. We do what we can do. So we'll probably go till about noon. And Galinda, you did make it here. You just got in from work. Oh, you're working in the garden. I was just sharing that I'm waiting to get about 9 yards of soil delivered. And then I'm going to be setting up my garden. I'm talking to my daughter about it. I'm trying to plan it to see what to do. What are you planting or weeding? What are you doing? Is it a vegetable garden, a flower garden? Yeah, I should maybe I should do that with a pillow. Maybe I should try that. So we're just missing Beth, who's usually a regular. Oh, both flowers right now. Oh, lovely. Are you planting plants or seeds? I was just saying I have to find deer resistant plants because we have a lot of deer that just eat anything that you plant. And I don't really want to fence it in. So I'm going to experiment this year and see how it goes. And I have a green living roof, and if I want to plant vegetables, I can plant them up there. So the deer won't get those. But then when do you crochet if you're in the garden? It's like there's only be so many hours in a day, right? The other thing is we have water restrictions here. So you're not allowed to use your inside water to water in the garden. You're supposed to collect rainwater. And I don't really have a good rainwater collection system at the moment. Because our island is kind of dependent on groundwater. And if we had a drought last summer, well, I think I'm going to have finished a row while chatting. That's pretty good. Woohoo. That's good. Because they're long rows. So that's my second row of gray. So now I'm going to move on to the birch. Well, it's green. It's got a few oh hi, Cindy, you're from Alabama. Okay, we got Alabama and Florida. Gerlinda, you're a long, long way away. And oh, that's nice. Lots of great conversations going on here. Yeah, well, we have a lot of rainwater. It's just that we're a small island. There's about 1,300 people live here, and we have little individual water districts. So I'm feeling lucky that I'm not on a well, that I actually have water piped to my property. But just throughout the summer, they ask you not to wash your car. There's no power washing unless you. Lots of people have those massive, great big tanks, and they collect water from their roof, and they have their own collected water and they can use that. You can do whatever you want with that. You're making a scrunchie. Oh, a sewing scrunchie. That's neat, Marie. I've never sewn a scrunchie. I've crocheted quite a few, but I really learned my lesson. You have to get a really thick rubber, a strong hair tie to do it. Otherwise, they break. Northamptonshire, UK. All it does is rain here. Welcome to some of ours. I know I used to live in Yorkshire. Rain and wind. I lived there for 5 years, and then I lived down. So, yeah, I moved there when I was 17 from Canada. My parents came to Canada after the war, and then I was born here, and then they went back for a little while when I was little, but they came back when I was 3, and then we lived here till I was 17. Okay, here we go. We're on to the next one. We're on to the birch. I saw it. Where did it go? I don't know where the birch went. Oh, here. Here. the end. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the beginning of the birch is. I think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, 17, a long, long time ago. Like I am really old. Yeah, I was 17 in 1967. So I moved in 1967 from Canada to England, changed school systems at not the really good time to be changing the school system. I was at the end of grade 11. And but what I really liked was because I was such a musical pop head. I used to love pop music. I was in England when Whiter Shade of Pale came out, the Beatles, everybody was I was at college when all the amazing music festivals were happening, and yeah, it was I was excited. I had actually got aunties and uncles and grandmas and instead of just being our family on its own in Canada. So that was really, really nice for me to move. It was a culture shock. I couldn't understand anybody because of their accents up in Yorkshire, but um yeah, my dad was from Sunderland, so I had to learn the Geordie accent to understand them. But I loved my time over there, and I went to college in Scarborough, and it was beautiful, and lots of great times. So my first two kids were born in England, and then we had two when we moved to Canada. So actually, my birthday's in September. So two, three, four. Yeah, when I got to England, the Beatles' Sergeant Pepper album came out that summer. Crazy. Well, I think it's pretty close to noon. I think I'm going to stop because I really want to make the video of the flower. I'm going to have some lunch and then do my flower video and then start uploading that. So, did you get your cornflake things made, Mary Beth? I don't know if you're still there or if you've gone. She was making some cornflake squares. So, Glinda, I'm going to go. Oh, that's right, Tennessee. I'm going to go now and oh, my favorite musician. I can't even. I can't even say one. I liked all kinds of music, and that was what was great about that time was that there was rock, there was folk music, there was everything. But what I really loved in England was folk music. I got into songwriting and playing and performing while I was at college. So I was really into that singer-songwriter thing, but I really like rock and roll. I really love all kinds of music, actually. Classical. I used to play piano. So yeah, right. It's a very joyful thing. Or if you so anyway, you guys, I'm gonna talk. And thank you for joining me. It's been a really great chatty, and that's what I like to see. That I was telling my daughter, I said the really great thing about lives is that people get to talk to one another and get to know one another. Thank you, Angel. 3 p.m. in the States, East Coast. Yep. And right now it'll be 8 o'clock if anybody's in England. So this is maybe a good time. Maybe let me know what you think is the best time. Oh, I did, Vicky. It was great. Yeah. Made lots of friends But I have a sister and brother who live there now, and I have a sister here, so we're kind of split up. But that's kind of the way our family's always been. So we just do a lot of traveling, see one another. So take care, you guys. I'm so happy to have you in my life. It's really nice. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Have a great day.